Night descends upon a suburban street in 1980, bathed in the soft, amber glow of streetlights. Each house stands as a dark silhouette, a hushed presence against the fading twilight. Only one home defies the quiet gloom, its living room ablaze with bright, inviting light. John's small, unassuming house is a beacon of predictable domesticity, a warm glow in the encroaching darkness. The scene establishes a serene, almost monotonous rhythm, a quiet tableau of suburban life. The steady, unchanging light from John's window hints at a story waiting to unfold within its familiar walls. In his living room, John, a man in his late 40s, is deeply engrossed in a book, his fingers tracing the lines of text. A steaming cup of coffee sits patiently on a coaster beside him, undisturbed. The television hums a quiet background melody, displaying a nightly news report, unnoticed. His every movement is precise, his expression calm, reflecting a life meticulously structured by routine. The morning sun casts long, eerie shadows across the quiet street, hinting at an unsettling calm. John's living room lights stubbornly glow, a beacon of deviation from the usual morning rhythm. Mrs. Jenkins, a silent observer, peers from her window, a subtle frown etching her face as she notices the anomaly. John's car remains in the driveway, an immobile fixture, defying the expected departure of the day. The stillness of the scene is broken only by the creeping tendrils of unease, tightening its grip on the neighborhood. The quiet street holds its breath, a silent witness to the growing disquiet of the morning. In her 1980s kitchen, Mrs. Jenkins holds a rotary phone to her ear, her brow deeply furrowed with growing concern. The phone in John's house rings on and on, its hollow, unanswered tone echoing through the silent rooms. Each persistent ring amplifies Mrs. Jenkins's worry, a stark contrast to the warmth of the previous night. The silence on the other end is deafening, a chilling void where answers should be. In the pre-dawn gloom, flashing blue and red lights cut through the darkness, announcing the arrival of police cruisers. The patrol car's emergency lights paint the quiet street in stark, pulsing colors, a chilling beacon in the night. Detective Miller, a figure of grim resolve, steps out of the cruiser, his silhouette sharp against the flashing lights. Officer Reed follows, his expression mirroring Miller's as they approach John's house, a silent, foreboding structure. The house stands unnervingly still, a dark sentinel in the dim light, its secrets held tight within its walls. The front door, a gateway to the unknown, awaits their approach, bathed in the eerie, rhythmic pulse of the flashing lights. Pre-dawn's inky blackness still clings to the suburban street, cloaking secrets in the quiet. Detective Miller, a seasoned professional, tries the doorknob, finding it stubbornly locked. His sharp gaze sweeps along the house's front, meticulously checking each window for any sign of forced entry. Every window is perfectly latched, the house's undisturbed facade presenting a perplexing clue. Officer Reed, younger and eager, shines his flashlight along the foundation, finding nothing amiss. The pristine exterior of the house offers no answers, only deeper questions in the dim light. The front door splinters under the officer's forceful breach, a violent intrusion into a quiet home. They step into a living room, a tableau frozen in time, where every object whispers of a recent, abrupt departure. On a polished wooden table, a cup of coffee sits, a faint wisp of steam still rising, a ghost of warmth in the cool air. An open book rests on the couch, its pages uncreased, as if the reader merely stepped away for a moment. The television hums softly, casting a gentle blue light, playing a forgotten program to an empty, silent room. The stark absence of John is palpable, a chilling void in the heart of his seemingly undisturbed home. Detective Miller steps into John's kitchen, his gaze sweeping the room with a practiced, unsettling intensity. A half-eaten breakfast sits on the counter, a silent testament to an abrupt departure, its warmth now a memory. The knife and fork lie neatly arranged beside the plate, a chilling detail in the otherwise chaotic scene. On the wall, a calendar hangs, open to the current month, a stark reminder of passing time. A specific date is circled in bold red, a vibrant splash of color on the mundane paper, hinting at a future plan. Miller's eyes linger on the circled date, a silent question forming in his mind amidst the quiet kitchen. Officer Reed, his face a map of weary experience, meticulously searches John's bedroom, a silent testament to years of police work. The bed is made with unsettling precision, a stark and unsettling contrast to the chaos one might expect from a sudden disappearance. Drawers reveal clothes folded with almost obsessive neatness, every item in its place, hinting at a life of meticulous order. No sign of struggle, no overturned furniture, only an impossible peace, given the locked doors and John's inexplicable vanishing. The bathroom, untouched and eerily still, holds the silent echoes of a life abruptly paused. A toothbrush stands upright in its holder, a silent sentinel of a morning that never came. On the pristine dish, a fresh bar of soap, its scent perhaps still lingering, hints at recent use. The mirror, flawlessly clean, reflects nothing but the sterile order of the room. Every detail speaks of absolute normalcy, a stark contrast to the unsettling mystery of John's absence. The undisturbed scene deepens the chilling enigma, making his vanishing all the more profound and inexplicable. Detective Miller and Officer Reed descend into the dusty basement, a heavy silence enveloping them. Undisturbed cobwebs hang from the low ceiling and beams, shrouding old weathered boxes against the walls. The concrete floor, strangely pristine and free of footprints, contrasts starkly with the pervasive dust. The air, thick with the dust of ages, offers no immediate answers, deepening the oppressive mystery. In John's living room, forensic technicians in crisp white suits move with unsettling precision. The soft, clinical hum of their specialized equipment fills the air, a stark contrast to the silent room. They meticulously dust surfaces for fingerprints, their gloved hands searching for unseen clues. Each collected sample is handled with care, a piece of a puzzle yet to be solved. Despite their diligent investigation, an unsettling void, John's profound absence, permeates the space. The sterile atmosphere cannot mask the heavy, emotional emptiness left in his wake. Detective Miller, hunched over a desk, his brow furrowed in concentration, reviews crime scene photos in the police station. The images reveal a perfectly ordered house, a domestic tableau eerily devoid of its inhabitant. Each photo whispers of a life vanished, a chilling silence frozen in time. He consults with other officers, their faces etched with growing frustration and bafflement. The air thickens with unspoken questions, the mystery deepening with each passing moment. The officers exchange troubled glances, a silent acknowledgement of the unsettling puzzle before them. John's house stands dark and silent against the night, a chilling contrast to the previous evening's life. Yellow police tape flutters gently in the breeze, a stark barrier around the perimeter. Neighbors gather in hushed tones, their faces etched with a mix of fear and morbid curiosity. A palpable tension fills the night air as the community grapples with a burgeoning mystery. Newspaper headlines blaze with the chilling declaration, "Local man vanishes without a trace," signaling a desperate search. Flyers bearing John's somber photo appear on lampposts, fresh and hopeful, then slowly succumb to the ravages of time. Detective Miller sits hunched at his desk, phone pressed to his ear, his expression etched with a grim determination. He interviews a parade of increasingly unhelpful people, each encounter chipping away at his initial resolve. His once bright determination fades into a weary resignation, the weight of the unsolved case pressing down on him. Outside a window, seasons change, a silent testament to the relentless passage of time as months bleed into years. In a 1983 police station, Detective Miller's face, etched with new lines of age and weariness, is hunched over his desk. His gaze is fixed on a thick, dog-eared case file, its contents a testament to years of dead ends and unanswered questions. The binder seems to weigh heavily on the desk, a physical manifestation of his professional failure. The worn file, a silent accuser, whispers tales of relentless, unsolved mysteries, mocking his every effort. In the dim police station, a desk lamp casts a stark glow on Detective Miller's weary face, etched with exhaustion. The shrill ring of the phone shatters the silence, and Miller answers with a gruff, tired, "Miller." A chilling, distorted whisper from an anonymous voice cuts through the line. John never left the house. The line goes dead, and Miller's dull eyes snap wide open, a terrifying mix of shock and confusion. In a 1983 police station, Miller frantically presses buttons on a bulky phone, sweat beading on his forehead. A technician, hunched over a blinking console, shakes his head, the air thick with an untraceable call. The technician's voice cuts through the tension. "Untraceable, sir. It's gone." Miller slams the phone down, his frustration raw. "Damn it. What was that message even supposed to mean?" Detective Miller stands before John's house, its vibrant past now choked by overgrown weeds and peeling paint. The house's dark, empty windows stare out like vacant eyes, hinting at forgotten stories and lingering secrets. The air around the desolate home is heavy with an unspoken past, a palpable sense of haunting mystery. An anonymous whisper from the shadows has reignited the embers of this cold case, pulling Miller back into its grasp. Detective Miller steps into John's living room, a tomb of dust and forgotten memories. The furniture, cloaked in a fine layer of dust, sits as if frozen in time, a chilling tableau. The air thickens with the palpable ghost of John's presence, a cold and unsettling embrace. Miller's hand glides over the coffee table, now cold and silent, a stark reminder of what once was. The sky bleeds orange and purple as the sun dips below the horizon, painting a dramatic backdrop for John's house. Long, skeletal shadows stretch across the yard, reaching like grasping fingers towards the silent dwelling. Silhouetted against the fading light, the house stands as a stark monument to an unsolved, chilling enigma. The last vestiges of sunlight vanish, surrendering the scene to the encroaching, oppressive darkness. The house is consumed by night, its secrets held tightly within its walls, waiting to be unearthed. The suffocating darkness of John's living room engulfs everything, a void of unseen terrors. A faint, ethereal glow pulsates from behind the closed curtains, a subtle heartbeat in the oppressive gloom. The imperceptible light hints at an unseen presence, a silent observer in the night. An almost inaudible hum fills the air, a low thrum that vibrates with unspoken dread. The lingering hum clings to the silence, a profound sense of unresolved tension in the air. The house itself seems to hold its breath, a monument to the unsettling quiet and the fear it inspires.